evening, we bring you the latest in the world of sports. I'm Diego Dario.
We give you the conversations you want to hear from your favorite icons and athletes. I'm Sam Corrales, and tonight we welcome back our national boxing team fresh from the SEA Games. But first, we've got the NBA playoffs.
Buckle up, sports fans. Let's get in the game. The Denver Nuggets defend home court and now have a 2-win lead over the Los Angeles Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. Now, joining us tonight to give his wish list is not the happiest Laker fan in the world, together with our producers and our directors, NBA Philippines All-Star analyst Coach Willie Wilson. Coach, welcome back to the game.
Thank you for having me. I mean, is it a coincidence that I'm back on a day that the Lakers lose? I mean,
we would love to have you when the Lakers win again, Coach. But, of course, a 2-0 lead for the Denver Nuggets. First of all, without giving any of your wish list items, of course, we're going to get to that soon. General thoughts on this series, Coach?
Well, obviously I'm not happy about it, but am I surprised? No. Remember, my Lakers have overachieved, starting the season off 2-10, making it this far. We're happy with where we're at,
right?
But we know that we can go a little bit farther.
And speaking of, Coach, on that last point, let's go ahead into your first wish list.
It's
that time of the year again. Welcome back, Coach Willie. So, for wish list number 1, you're saying the West Finals needs to go into 7 games. Why stretch it all the way to Game 7, Coach?
Well, obviously, we want more basketball. We want good basketball. We want the Lakers to win in 7. But in order for that to happen, we got to get to 7 games. This is the highest form of basketball being played, the 2 highest basketball IQs on the court at the same time in Nikola Jokic. And on the Lakers, obviously, we have LeBron James. Everybody wants to see this chess match go back and forth.
Well, Coach, both games have been very close. I mean, the Lakers almost completed the comeback in Game 1. Also in Game 2, Coach, what have you been seeing in terms of the chess match, in terms of the details?
Oh, I mean, we look at how Game 1 went, the back and forth, Lakers coming back. That seems to always be the case, except for in Game 2, the Lakers were up, and then Denver stormed ahead. Obviously, we saw what happened in that fourth quarter. I didn't like what I was seeing, but again, it's just a chess match. You have the style of play on one end with Denver. They play beautiful brand of basketball, moving the ball around with the maestro, the Joker. And then with the Lakers, sometimes they're going downhill attacking. Other times they're living and dying with the 3-point.
Well, first item on your wish list is good for the fans. Also, the second item on the wish list.
Yeah, speaking of, we're seeing such amazing basketball, so physical, and you're saying a lot of chess match, back and forth with the players. Second on your list is that the stars stay healthy. How important is it for them to be 100%, especially in this situation?
Well, obviously, when the Lakers win in 7, we want to play against a complete Denver team. So for that to happen, we need everybody healthy, especially the Joker. He has no real history of injuries, but as far as Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., they're coming off of substantial injuries. So we want to make sure that they stay healthy. And as well, on the Lakers end, LeBron has battled his share of injuries, and we already know, self-explanatory, what has been happening with AD historically.
Well, Coach, when you take a look at the pace of these two teams, they've been running back and forth. How is this related to, hopefully the health of the two teams? I mean, I could see Jamal Murray, he was exhausted after that game.
I'm glad you brought that up. I'm looking at the box score. I'm looking at the minutes played. Essentially, the Nuggets are playing a 6-man rotation with the 7th guy probably playing around 10, 13 minutes. The Lakers, they go pretty much 8, 9 guys deep in their rotation. And they can deepen that even more moving forward. We know the struggles of playing in Denver, the Mile High area. So we go back to LA, get back into that track meet, and then push the pace and make Denver and run them into the ground.
And you mentioned the Lakers, they've been trying to shoot from the outside, and that's connected to the next item on the wish list.
Exactly. Let's bring out wish list number 3, which is the Lakers need to get back to attacking the basket. Tell us more about that, Coach.
Well, okay, so you have Jokic, who is not really known for defense.
Right.
Okay, you get him in the pick and roll. LeBron James has the ball, and then he's settling for three-point shots. He was 0 forever in today's game. We need the LeBron James that's attacking downhill. Now, is it Father Time catching up? Is it the altitude in Denver? I don't know, but whatever it is, he can't bring that back to LA. He needs to bring that attack mentality, and it's got to trickle down to all his teammates, especially AD.
And talking about attack mentality, LeBron, of course, he has that in his bag, but on the other side, also the superstar on the Nuggets.
Yeah, speaking of the Joker, wishlist number 4 for Coach Willie. Jokic continues to lead the break. Is there another level to his game, Coach?
Okay, so this is what makes Denver so fun to watch, all right? Now, the Lakers, top defense in the NBA, one of the top defenses, the top transition defense.
Right.
What happens is you have Jokic leading the break. He gets the defensive rebound, he starts attacking, and then what happens is the way most transition defenses are set up, you have a guard stopping the ball.
Right.
Which is with Jokic. Jokic is kicking it to Jamal Murray, or Michael Porter Jr. They take a shot, right? And then you have Jokic sprinting to the paint against a guard.
Right.
A guard cannot box out the two-time MVP. Offensive rebound if it is a miss, put back. It's just, 1 + 1 = 2 every single time, or 1 + 2 = 3.
Right.
However you want to put it. And that's what is making the Denver Nuggets so effective.
And Coach, I love that point because in the playoffs, usually, you attack the mismatches, you try to set up your defense, but when Denver does that, it's going to be hard for the Lakers to try and stop, Jokic down low with guards guarding him, and that's such a great point, Coach. But we talked about LeBron, we talked about Jokic, let's talk about the other guys.
We actually talked about these MVPs and all the stars. Now, let's go on to the next one and the last one, which is super important, I believe. It's both supporting casts need to ball out. Who are you expecting to step up on both teams? Let's start with the Lakers, your team.
Well, obviously you have the guys coming off the bench. It could be Rui, okay? It could be Jared Vanderbilt. We could see a surprise and Malik Beasley might pop up. But whoever's the magic bunot from the Lakers, they need to step up. And likewise, if Denver wants to keep up the success, I don't know if they can continue this pace with playing guys 40+ minutes down the line on that starting lineup. 40 minutes, 40 minutes, 40 minutes. They're going to need contributors off the bench, namely maybe Reggie Jackson, spelling Jamal Murray. You talked about him being exhausted. Christian Braun putting in some quality minutes and maybe going a little small ball.
Well, of course, Coach, before we go, just quickly, is it true or false whoever wins on the road wins this series? Just true or false?
True. And that'll be not just Lakers, Game 5 in Denver. Mark it down.
All right, so for the producers and the directors, you got to take note of that.
You need to go on that streak. Let's go, Lakers. Anyway, Coach, don't go away. We'll be right back into the NBA, but after the break. We'll welcome our national boxing team and find out about their medal haul in the Southeast Asian Games. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game. Welcome back. You're still watching the game. If there's one sport we can count on to make the country proud on the international stage, well, look no further. That is our national boxing team. And fresh from their stint in Cambodia for the 2023 Southeast Asian Games, we now have with us gold medalists Ian Clark Bautista, Paul Julifer Bascon, and Nesty Pretesio. Congratulations, guys! And welcome to the game, mga idol!
Congrats, guys!
Hello! Ayan.
Good evening po.
Good evening
po.
and welcome back. Unang-una, congratulations. Grabe, ang dami niyong inuwing medals from the SEA Games. You truly made the country proud. You had a total of 10 medals, 4 golds, at kayong tatlo nakauwi ng gold medal, Ian Clark. Ano ang pakiramdam na lahat ng sakripisyo ninyo sa training camp ninyo, sabay-sabay sa Baguio, at ngayon nakamit ninyo ang mapanalo?
Masaya po. Una-una sa lahat, yung malayo ka pa lang sa pamilya mo po, yun yung pinakamahirap. Tapos, lalo na yung training, tapos magbawas pa ng timbang po.
Oh, Ian Clark, ikaw ang kauna-unahang Pinoy na nakauwi ng gold sa team ninyo sa Cambodia. Kwento niyo naman sa amin, ano yung naging game plan at mindset mo pagpasok mo doon sa ring?
Ayun ma'am, tinignan ko yung laro niya sa YouTube. Sinerge ko yung mga laro niya sa YouTube. Sabi ko magaling siyang pumuntos, makulit siyang gumalaw, tsaka marami siyang sumuntok. Pero sabi ko, subukan ko muna ng first round, ay body shot ko po muna, tapos puro power punch muna para hindi ko siya bigyan ng kumpiyansa. Kasi pag binigyan ko siya ng kumpiyansa, baka laruin niya yung laro niya talaga, yung magandang laro niya.
And of course, Ian, congratulations. Ang ganda nga ng laro mo nun. Nesty, ikaw naman, congratulations. Last year sa Vietnam huling SEA Games, you won bronze, but this is not your first gold medal, Nesty. Gaano kalaga ang panalo na ito for you, Nesty? At ano yung mga natutunan mo itong nanalo ka na ng gold medal?
Yes po, sobrang siya. Sobrang memorable siya sa SEA Games. Dahil hindi sa nag-gold ako, kundi dahil sa yun, inaalay din namin yung game na to para kay Sir Ed. Always, lagi naman sinasabi, lahat kami, inaalay din namin kay Sir Ed. Siyempre sa bayan, kasama na yun. Unang-una din talaga yun sa pamilya namin. At ang reason talaga kung bakit sobrang mahalaga to sa akin dahil kasama ko kapatid ko. Kumbaga, first international tournament na, big na international tournament na kasama ko siya. Kaya sobrang memorable talaga din po sa akin na SEA Games po na to.
Nesty, meron nga kaming video na chini-cheer mo talaga yung kapatid mong si Norlan. Mukhang napaiyak ka pa nung nanalo siya ng silver. Nesty, ano ba yung naging relationship mo ng inyong kapatid on and off the ring?
Yes po, kumbaga, mas kabado ako. Kabado ako na nanonood ako. Iba pala yung pakiramdam. Naranasan ko na din yung time na yun nung lumalaban yung kapatid si Naisa. Magkasama din kami sa Thailand. Pero iba kasi sa lalaki. Kung baka kabado ako, sobrang kinakabahan ako na baka matamaan siya, manknockout siya, or kung ano mangyari sa kanya. So, iba yung kaba sa lalaki talaga. Kasi wala silang headgear, tapos iba yung power na. So, kaya ganun yung, grabe yung emotional. Kumbaga, magdadasal talaga ako na sana hindi siya makapuruhan, hindi siya matamaan talaga. Like, kasi ang hirap. Gusto ko na umakyat eh. ang sarap tumulong sa taas ng ring ng time na yun kasi sobrang kaba ko talaga para sa kapatid ko.
And ang ganda nga nung moment na yun, Nesty, and congratulations sa inyong dalawa. Syempre, nakamit nyo, of course, representing the country. Pero si Paul, ikaw naman, first time mong maglaro dito sa SEA Games. Ano yung pinaka-memorable na moment for you? Ano yung highlight nitong gold medal finish mo, Paul?
Siguro po, yung pagkamit po na itong gold medal po. And then, super proud din po sa sarili na being a first timer, andun yung eagerness na makuha talaga itong laro, itong SEA Games na to na with a gold medal po.
And Paul, may syempre yung mga kasama mo, veterans na rin dito sa boxing of course and competing sa international. Meron ba silang mga binigay na advice sa'yo since first time mo mag-SEA Games and gold agad ang nakamit mo?
Ayos po. Especially po si Carlo Paalam po na lagi ko pong kasama sa parto hanggang po dito sa SEA Games po. Lagi niya po akong napagsasabihan na lalo na sa pagkuha ng timbang. And then sa mga laro ko, nagpo-comment din siya nga, dapat ganon, ganyan na gawin mo. Huwag ka kumpiyansa, dapat eto gawin mo. Laging nakataas. Pero yung laro ko talaga, nakukulitan siya kasi laging nakababa. Kaya medyo naiinis siya, natatawan na lang po ako. And then super thankful din po ako sa mga kasama ko na mga veterano na rin po. Marami po akong natutunan talaga sa kanila. Yan po.
Ngayon, Nesty, meron ka bang gustong mapasalamatan sa lahat na mga sumuporta sa inyo at sa buong boxing team dito sa SEA Games sa Cambodia?
And I think, Nesty, naka-mute ka ata.
Naka-mute po. At Nesty.
Sorry.
There you go.
Ayan,
Mga
si
gusto
Idol.
mong pasalamatan, Idol Nesty.
Yun po, unang-una, nagpapasalamat po kay Lord sa blessing na binibigyan niya sa akin. Especially sa kapatid ko na alam kong nagsisimula na din po siyang bumuo ng pangalan sa larangan ng boxing. Siyempre, sa Philippine Sports Commission, sa POC, Philippine Olympic Committee po, and of course, sa Philippine Coast Guard, todo suporta din po sila sa aming mga atleta, soldier athletes po ng Philippine Coast Guard. And sa lahat po ng mga Pilipino na sumusubaybay, nagdasal, mutik na ako mabulol doon. Nagdasal po sa amin at magpa-private message, panay text, panay kulit, yung yun, grabe, yung suporta, ramdam namin. Simula pa lang dito sa Pilipinas hanggang nakalipad po kami sa Cambodia at sa pamilya, of course, sa pamilya ko, sa mga kapatid ko. And of course, the special someone to then kay Riza Neblaza na laging nandyan. Na lagi pong sumusuporta sa akin. Siyempre, sa lahat po na naniniwala po sa aming mga atleta. Sa dasal ninyo, sobrang laking tulong po talaga yun. And yun, sa awa po ng Diyos, nakauwi po kami ng gintong medalya at marami pong mga atletang nakauwi ng medalya para po sa bayan sa kanya-kanyang inaalalayan po namin ng laban ng medalya, especially sa pamilya. Alam kong para sa pamilya talaga lahat ng paghihirap na ginawa po namin mga atletang to.
And of
Yun
course,
po, maraming salamat po.
salamat Nesty, Paul and Ian Clark sa lahat ng sakripisyo nyo, sa training nyo, and best of luck of course sa mga susunod na tournament at mga preparation nyo. Thank you sa time mga idol.
Maraming salamat mga idol.
Maraming salamat din.
Thank you so much po.
And
you po.
after the break, we'll shift back to the NBA for a quick preview of Game 2 in the Eastern Conference Finals. Stay tuned, you're watching The Game. 2 of the Eastern Conference Finals happens tomorrow, and NBA Philippines All-Star analyst Coach Willie Wilson is back to help us break it down. We're not talking about the Lakers, we're talking about the Miami Heat and, of course, the Boston Celtics. First of all, taking a look at that big Game 1 victory, your general thoughts, Coach?
Well, I mean, it's an emotional victory. The Heat head into the locker room down, come out of the locker room a totally different team. You know, you gotta give props to their head coach, Eric Spoelstra.
Pinoy pride, right there.
Pinoy pride, yeah. He said something in that locker room that fired them up. No adjustments made schematically, but you saw it in the heart, in the grit, in the hustle, and the way they just played, and they just blasted the Boston Celtics out of the water in that third quarter.
I love that. It's like Pinoy pride and puso, like mentality,
Yes.
like when they came out, right?
100%.
Now, over on the other side, Coach, what do the Celtics need to do to bounce back tomorrow?
Well, they need to stop with this Jekyll and Hyde mentality. It's complacency that they are fighting against. They're the more talented team from top to bottom. They need to play like it. They need to play like the team that they played throughout that regular season with that defense. They have the emotional leader there as well. You know, a guy that just made first team All-NBA, and Jason Tatum. Use him. He's not supposed to just get 5 shots in that fourth quarter.
Well, it's been a tough, time for the Boston Celtics every time they try to close out games. But to wrap us up, let's try to make you finish this sentence, Coach Willie. The Eastern Conference Finals blank team wins in blank.
The Eastern Conference team that will win in, let's say, 6 games, Boston.
Ooh, okay, let's see about that. We're gonna check that out, and that's a hot take. And Coach Willie, of course, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Coach Willie. We'll go back to this episode and let's see if you're right. But before we let you guys go, we've got big news for the show as we move to a brand new time slot starting next week. Catch us from Monday to Friday on One News Channel 8 SD, Channel 250 HD, One Sports, and One Sports Plus every 6 p.m. Thank you for joining us. I'm Sam Corrales.
I'm Diego Dario, and this has been The Game.